Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Trusty Rusty Depot, and today in our third lesson of Rust, we're going over functions, so let's get started. We need to open up a new window for our terminal, and we need to create a new project, and we can call it functions and control flow. Now if we go into this directory or folder that was just created, we can see we have our source folder like usual and our main.rs file. So inside of our main.rs file, we can start writing our code. So first of all, to define a function, we need to go down outside of this main, and we can type in fn, which stands for function, and then a name like print hi, and then parentheses, followed by a pair of curly brackets into which we can type our code. Does that look familiar to you guys? Of course, because it's the same as this right here, and this is actually also a function. It's a main function, and it's the most important function in the program. It is where all of our code starts. So continuing on our print hi function, we can use this println statement, which stands for print line, and we can say, hi, this is a function. And then we need to put a semicolon, like most other lines. Now, if we save this and we run it, nothing other than our hello world that's in our main function will print. And we even get a warning that says that this function was not used. And that's because in our main, we need to say print hi, and then parentheses, and then semicolon to call it. Now if we run that, we get hi, this is a function. And the purpose of functions is to never repeat code. If you have code that is being repeated, you can write a function and use it multiple times. In addition, functions can take in values. So for example, if we want a function called add, and we're taking in a number that we can call number, and we need to give it a type of what we want it to be. So for example, if we want it to take in a usize, so an integer, and then we put curly braces, and inside here, we can use that variable that's passed into the function. These are called parameters, and we can actually have more than one. If we put a comma here, we can add more, but right now we only need one. So we're going to use it and say println. Inside this println, we can use what's called a formatting string. So we can put number plus 1 equals, and then we can put brackets, and then after the quotation mark, we need a comma, and we want the value that will go in the place of these two brackets. This bracket is a placeholder for whatever values we put. So we can put the value number plus 1 here, and then we need a semicolon at the end. We know nothing will run until we use the function inside of our main function. So if we say add, and then we put the number 1 inside, and we run this, we can get number plus 1 equals 2. Now, what if we want a slightly more complicated version? We want not only to add 1, but to add whatever we give it to add. So we can define another parameter. We can call this parameter addEnd and give it a type of usize. And then we can say that we want, instead of plus 1, we want plus addEnd. And now go up here, we need to add another number here, like 2. And we can even put another set of brackets here to say the actual numbers being added. So number plus addend equals number plus addend. And we need a set of brackets here. So this will be number, this will be addend, and this will be number plus addend. So if we run this, we get 1 plus 2 equals 3. So as you can see, this is how we use parameters inside of a function. Now what if instead of just printing these, we wanted to return them back to the main function to be able to do something with them later? So in that case, we need a return type, which means we need to add a arrow here, which is a dash and then a greater than symbol, and then put the returning type, which is usize, for example. And in that case, instead of this print statement, we'll just return number plus addend. And for it to return, we need to put the return keyword. But another thing we can do is instead of this return keyword, we can actually just take away the semicolon. And that will just automatically return this
expression
back to the function. And that gets me to the difference between a statement and an expression. An expression, like this one that we just wrote, is something that returns a value afterwards, while a statement just performs an action. For example, if we go up here and we say let result equals add of 1 and 2, semicolon. This is a statement because it does not return any value. It just follows the instruction to set this variable result to be equal to whatever this expression is. So anything that returns is an expression. So now that we've returned the add, we can then use this result variable later, like for example saying result and then brackets result. And then we can run this and we get 3. So those are some types of functions that you can have. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any suggestions for topics you want me to cover or any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I'd be happy to make a new video about what you guys suggest. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.